Hello everyone, welcome back to the 1992-93 Crystal Palace series and an FA Cup semi-final against Everton. No mucking about today, no intro, no how we got on previously in the league or anything. We are straight into the game. And the team is Nigel Martyn, John Humphrey, Eric Young, Chris Coleman, Dean Gordon, Vinnie Jones, Eddie McGoldrick, Jostein Flo, Simon Roger, Chris Armstrong and Pavel Kuka. We have Richard Shaw injured with a broken leg. We have Gareth Southgate suspended. We have John Solarco injured with sprained knee ligaments. Pretty much going to keep him out for the rest of the season. Pat Nevin and Stan Collymore are both cup tied. So there is a place on the bench for 16-year-old Tony Scully for today's game. And that is the team that will be taking on Everton at Wembley for a place in the FA Cup final. As far as the league goes, we've played 3 games since the last episode, won 2 and drawn 1. Like I said, not going to go into detail because it's irrelevant now. My aim for this series was to avoid relegation. We did that. We're still 4th in the table. We're pretty much going to finish guaranteed top 6 or top 7. So the FA Cup is number 1 on our list. That is the goal now, to win the FA Cup. And we can only do that if we win this semi-final today. And Pavel Kuka couldn't get his shot away. So part 1 of that plan, win today. Part 2, win the final at the end of the season. And Vinnie Jones wins the ball in midfield. Plays the ball into Chris Armstrong. Eddie McGoldrick. Nice ball over. And Jostein Flo has smashed the ball into row Z. And yeah, the injuries and suspensions and cup tied and stuff means that we're not quite at full strength for this game. Which isn't the ideal situation, but the players that have come in have been dependable all season. So Chris Armstrong can't get through, but he's going to get another chance here. He's through and he hits the post. He hits the post. Blow wins the ball out wide. Vinnie Jones, Chris Armstrong, John Humphrey. Lovely ball over the top, and Chris Armstrong's through here, and can he? Neville Southall saves. I just hope we don't live to regret these missed opportunities. We've had 2 or 3 really, really good chances to take the lead in this game, and it hasn't happened for us so far. McGoldrick, Kuka, Simon Roger, can he get a cross in? He does, and Jostein Flo at the back post. What's he doing? The goal was gaping. All he had to do was direct his header on target and we were in the lead there, and he heads it against the post. And the post has denied us twice. Neville Southall has also denied us. And some poor finishing means that the score remains 0-0. But Everton are going to attempt to take the lead right on the half-time. And that is a fantastic tackle. Last-ditch tackle. I think it was from John Humphrey. But Everton have got the chance to take the lead here with a corner. We've managed to clear it. Reggie Blinker is going to try and get the ball back in. But his pass is far too long. And that's the ball out of play. And that is the half-time whistle. And it's 0-0. Everton corner straight away in this second half. And Nigel Martyn clutches the ball gratefully to his chest. Long clearance. Kuka couldn't get the flick on though. And Everton, Eddie McGoldrick wins the ball in midfield. Kuka, Simon Roger brings it back to Dean Gordon. He couldn't quite make the run that I wanted him to. And Eddie McGoldrick, for some reason, goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, who comes out and heads it. Passing the ball around nicely, and then Eddie McGoldrick goes and gives it away. But Simon Roger has regained possession. Brings it back. Kuka. Dean Gordon. Get a cross in. He does cross it. Flo. Yes! 1-0. Jostein Flo. Finally, we break the deadlock. And Jostein Flo, who headed one into the post earlier when it was probably easier to score, scores a rocket header here. Boom! Look at that. Top corner. Keeper, no chance. And we are 1-0 up. And 40 minutes away from an FA Cup final. Dean Gordon. Flo, 2-0. Boom, boom, boom. Get in. Jostein Flo makes up for his first half missed opportunity with 2 headed goals in the space of a few minutes. Another great header. Raises up above everyone. Just having a little look down here at the levels of tiredness, but everyone looks like they're alright at the minute. And Stuart Barlow has got Everton back into this game. Nigel Martin looked like he was near it. And Reggie Blinker, good cross. Barlow gets up there first, and it looks like Nigel Martin may have got a fingertip to it, but just could not keep the ball out. And I think it was Eric Young that was out jumped there by Stuart Barlow. A free kick for Everton is half cleared, but Barlow gets it back into Blinker. Watson. Hinchcliffe. Barlow looked slightly possibility of offside, but his shot goes straight into Nigel Martin's hands anyway. Chris Armstrong back. Simon Roger. Chris Armstrong. Shoot! Dean Gordon does try to shoot, but it's deflected back to Humphrey. Vinnie Jones. What a goal! What an absolute perler from Vinnie Jones. His first ever goal for the club. And one of the best goals you are likely to see. Chris Armstrong. Dean Gordon went for the shot. It was deflected to John Humphrey, who played a nice little pass to Vinnie Jones. Touch. Boom! Look at that. Top corner. 3-1. And squeaky bum time had started when Everton had scored and then started attacking again. But we have a 2-goal advantage as we approach the dying minutes of this game. Could add another one. Pavel Kuka's shot is saved from Neville Southall. Eric Young good defending, and the highlight is over. We've reached the 90. We're in stoppage time. And that is the full-time whistle, and we are through to the FA Cup final thanks to 2 headed goals from Jostein Flo in the space of 4 minutes quite early on in the second half. Stuart Barlow did give Everton a little glimmer of hope, and they looked to have the upper hand for a little while. They were attacking and looked like they were going for an equaliser. But Vinnie Jones, with a thunderbolt rocket shot from outside the area, has put us through to the FA Cup final. Right, the FA Cup final will be contested against Wolves. Wolverhampton Wanderers, who are currently first in the English First Division, which is the second tier of English football, have reached the FA Cup final thanks to 2 goals from Steve Ball, giving them a 2-1 win over Aston Villa. So, we take on Wolves at Wembley on Saturday, the 14th of May, in the FA Cup final, and that is going to be next. We have reached FA Cup final day, and it's Crystal Palace versus Wolverhampton Wanderers at Wembley for a chance to win the FA Cup. We've already qualified for the Champions League in the top 4 in the Premier League. Guaranteed that. There's still 1 game to go in the league. I'll run you through all the league stuff after we've got the FA Cup out of the way. But this is our chance of winning a trophy. We've got players suspended, still fitness issues, players needing a rest. and injuries, etc., etc. As you know from before, Collymore and Nevin are both cup tied, so can't play in this final. Jostein Flo is suspended after getting sent off in a match a couple of games ago. Richard Shaw has still got another few months for recovery from his broken leg. John Humphrey needs a rest. He's not fully fit, so he misses out on the starting lineup. John Solarco does return to the bench following his injury. And Chris Coleman is going to play despite needing a rest. So the team is Nigel Martin, Francis Lasser, Eric Young, Chris Coleman, Dean Gordon. We've had to change the system slightly. I've gone to an asymmetric system because I don't have a fit attacking right midfielder or an attacking right winger. So I've moved Simon Osborne back as a winger just on the right hand side. Vinnie Jones, Gareth Southgate in midfield. Simon Roger is the attacking left midfielder. Chris Armstrong and Pavel Kuka. Martin O'Connor, who hasn't really played for me at all, is on the bench because I don't have anyone else really fit. But this is our chance of ending this season with a trophy. And now the FA Cup final is underway. Wolverhampton Wanderers are going to have the first attack by the looks of it. And their shot goes over. We are the favourites. Wolves are currently in the second tier of English football, although they do have a very good side. Dean Gordon. Oh, Vinnie Jones was rushing in but couldn't get there. The defender managed to clear it. Gareth Southgate picks up possession again though. Jones, Osborne, Chris Armstrong turns his defender and bursts into the box, but his shot is poor. His finish is poor. Gone wide. And despite the fact that Wolves are a second tier side and we're top four in the Premier League, they are matching us stride for stride so far. Gordon, lovely little ball over the top. Pavel Kuka and his finish could have been better, but it was a good reflex save. I mean, all you had to do was go either side of the keeper, really. And that's another fantastic save from the goalkeeper there. It's going to be one of those days, is it, where the opposition goalkeeper has the game of his life. You know, we're starting to take a little bit more control now. But we've reached a half-time whistle with the score still 0-0. Right, let's hope for a better performance in the second half. Got players that are starting to tire. So I think I might have to start making a couple of substitutions in a minute. Coleman heads it to Vinnie Jones in midfield. Vinnie Jones tries a long pass to Kuka, who tries to play an Armstrong. And Armstrong gets there first, but the ball goes over the bar. Right, let's make a couple of substitutions because players are tiring. See, Pavel Kuka looks knackered, but he's having a good game at the minute. So I'm going to save. I'm just going to make the one change. Solarco for Roger. And save a couple of substitutions for a bit later on. I don't like this when they play around at the back because it's very easy to give away possession. But there's Dean Gordon with a lovely little ball over the top, and Pavel Kuka is one-on-one. Oh. Probably should have squared it back across the box to Chris Armstrong, but didn't. Again, mucking about with it in defence too much. Armstrong, great pass. Kuka. Oh. The defender jumps in front of the ball as if his life absolutely depended on it. And despite the fact that we're a top four Premier League side against a second tier team. We've reached 80 minutes and it's still 0-0. Solarco back to Gordon. Dean Gordon with a lovely ball over the top to Kuka, and there, what a finish! Goal disallowed. Solarco back to Gordon. Gordon, how is that offside? That is in no way offside. No way. Maybe Chris Armstrong might have been standing in an offside position, but Pavel Kuka weren't, and Chris Armstrong didn't interfere with play. And we've gone to extra time at the end of this FA Cup final. I'm really disappointed, to be honest. I'm not happy. We're going to start extra time with the same team, but we're going to need to make some sort of change. Look, Pavel Kuka is dead on his feet. Mark Bright can come on for Pavel Kuka. We'll switch. Put Chris Armstrong as the advance forward, but again, he's shattered as well. And Simon Osborne has picked up an injury, which that is far from ideal. Eddie McGoldrick can go and play on the right. He didn't start the game because he wasn't fully fit, but you only need to look. Chris Coleman, Eric Young, Francis Lasser, Chris Armstrong, Gareth Southgate, Vinnie Jones, they're all struggling to get through this game now. And this is when mistakes can be made. Second half of extra time. And Wolves are going to get a highlight here. We've picked out Chris Coleman. Chris Armstrong tries to flick on, but the defence deals with it. Long ball from the Wolves keeper. And our defence has failed to deal with it. We've been smashing absolutely everyone in the league. Finished top 4, and we can't even beat a second tier side. Thrown away the chance of FA Cup glory. Solarco, Bright. Oh! How has he missed? Vinnie Jones decides to pass his free kick to their goalkeeper. Because that's what you do, don't you, when you're losing 1-0 with 30 seconds left in an FA Cup final. Worst performance of the season so far. Worst performance of the season so far. And the chance of winning the FA Cup disappears. If you're a Palace fan in real life, you'll know that we don't do very well in FA Cup finals. We tend to lose and we throw them away. And we've thrown it away in this one as well. We've been scoring goals for fun against everyone. Maybe it was the change of system. because I didn't have a fit attacking right midfielder. Maybe that's come back and bit us in the arse because we didn't have the system that the players were used to. But that is the worst performance of the season so far. And really, it ends the series on a sour note for me because despite the fact that the aim was to avoid relegation and we've done that quite comfortably, we finished top 4, but that was the easiest chance of winning a trophy I've ever seen in this game, and we've thrown it all away. Right, I'm going to go and finish off the season, and I'll be back in a sec. Hangover from the FA Cup defeat went into our last game of the season, and we lost 2-0 to Queen's Park Rangers. But I won Manager of the Year. I was English Premier Division Manager of the Year. Not sure why, to be fair, although top 4 finish when we were tipped just for a mid-table finish, I suppose, is one reason. In the league, as I said, we lost our last game of the season. If you just want to look at our fixture list quickly, it was a first defeat in a while. Our last one came at Liverpool on the 12th of March. So we'd gone through the whole of April and the whole of 2 games in May unbeaten. And then we end the season on a sour note, really. We lost the FA Cup final after extra time to a second tier side. And then we've lost 2-0 to QPR on the last day of the season. Yeah, we played it with 10 men. Yeah, we went late into the game 0-0. But it's 2 games in a row that we didn't score. And I'm not really happy with it. Although I have to be happy with that. 4th place finish. Arsenal were crowned champions, which was a change from what actually happened in real life. Man United by a point. Man United losing out by a point. Despite a 5-1 win on the last day of the season against Sheffield Wednesday. Liverpool 3rd, us 4th, Everton 5th, Middlesbrough get the 6th position. Southampton, Oldham and Sheffield Wednesday are relegated, which, considering I've done this series as a form of therapy because we were relegated on the last day of the season in real life, in the 92-93 season, as Oldham managed to escape relegation on goal difference, it's kind of fitting that Oldham were relegated in this universe and in this save. Player stats, most goals, Mark Hughes, 39 goals for the season. Dean Saunders and Ian Wright both exceeded 30 but couldn't quite score as many as Hughes. Mark Hughes also the highest average rating for the season with a 7.9. Ian Wright was second with 7.64. Assists, John Barnes got the most assists for the season at Liverpool with 19. Ryan Giggs with 17 and John Solarco for us with 15 assists. And it would have been more, but he missed quite a bit of the end of the season due to an injury. So maybe if he hadn't suffered that injury, Johnny Solarco would have topped the assists ratings. The most man of the match awards was Mark Hughes as well with 13. Chris Armstrong got 11 and Ian Wright with 10. Most clean sheets was Brian Gunn at Norwich with 16, Dave Besant with 16 and Peter Schmeichel also with 16. Did anyone else get 6? Yeah, Nigel Martin got 16 as well, but for some reason he wasn't in the... Oh, it's because he played more games, I suppose. Appearances 42. No, see, they had 42. Oh, he conceded 1.17 per 90 minutes. Whereas David Seaman and Peter Schmeichel both conceded less than a goal every game. And the most yellow cards was Colton Palmer with 15. We did look at managerial movement and stuff a little bit before. Where did we get to? We got to there, I think, when we looked before. Terry Venables was sacked at Tottenham in December. Howard Wilkinson took over that job. Jerry Francis sacked. Peter Reid got the sack. Kenny Dalglish ended up taking over at Aston Villa. And that's where he currently is. So Kenny Dalglish managing 3 different sides in the 92-93 season. I think Brian Clough also, he left, he was sacked from Nottingham Forest, took over at Oldham, and then he was sacked at Oldham after they got relegated, which is no surprise really. So some of the top managers in Premier League, well, in English football history, having a very poor first Premier League season. And that was a very enjoyable series, despite the fact that it ends on a bit of a sour note. We avoided relegation like I wanted to. I've kept the series to only 4 parts, like I wanted to. I may add a 5th, just to see what happened next, but I highly doubt it unless there's call for it. If you want to see what happened next in world football for the next couple of seasons after this, then let me know in the comments. If not, then I'll probably just end it there and be done with it. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I've got a couple of little plans for future videos and a couple of series maybe coming up. I mean, we've still got quite a while until the new game's released. I'm sure there'll be some updated databases to download pretty soon with what's happened in current English football that I'll be looking at possibly doing. But until then, I will see you again very soon. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.